May the peace of the Lord be with you, my dear friends. Do you remember how the Ten Commandments begin? Listen carefully. I am the Lord your God. You shall have no other gods before me. Yes, my friends, this is the heart of this Sunday's liturgy, the third Sunday of Easter. Yes, my dear friends, in the first reading of the Sunday's liturgy, we see how the apostles stood before the Sanhedrin, and the Sanhedrin rebuked them because they were teaching and proclaiming Jesus, who was crucified by them, but that he has been raised from the dead. And the members of the Sanhedrin ordered them not to teach anymore about Jesus and his resurrection. But the apostles replied to them, "We must obey God rather than men." Yes, my friends, the apostles declared that they had to obey the only one God and not to the dictates of men, the Sanhedrin. No, my dear friends, they were adamant about this, that they had to obey the Holy Spirit, which gave them power to proclaim Jesus. And notwithstanding the fact that they were unlearned people, they nonetheless proclaimed Jesus with courage. The best example of what the apostles said to the Sanhedrin, "We rather obey God than men," we find it in a great saint, Saint Thomas More, who was a chancellor of King Henry VIII. He was a close friend and faithful servant to King Henry VIII, but he was beheaded by the king because he refused to sign the Act of Supremacy of the king, who declared himself to be the head of the Church of England. And when he was going to be beheaded, to be martyred, Saint Thomas More said, "I die the king's good servant, but God's first." Yes, my dear friends, this is a great testimony of a man who gave the first place to God, and he obeyed God rather than men. Greetings, my friends, from our Capuchin Friary of Calcara on the island of Malta. May God bless you and keep you in his loving and tender embrace all the days of your life. Bye-bye, my dear friends. Take care. God bless you.